Hello, everyone that may be watching this. Um, my name is Amanda Lynn, and I know you're probably wondering, like, why are we looking at your face right now? um, I guess I'm here to talk about something that is very close to me, and more than likely very close to a lot of people in the world, whether you think so or not. And I guess the only people that are going to be able to relate to this are people that are going through it in some sort of way. I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time because I don't feel like there's enough. There's not enough people talking about it, and it's like a real situation that people are going through. And a lot of people get misjudged for it. Everything, I guess, that there's going to be a lot of people that are like, you know, F that. They make their own choices and blah, 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 blah. But in the end, I don't think anyone wakes up and just decides to do this, I guess. Some way, shape, or form. Um, Something drastic or dramatic probably led them to that point. And I guess you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about now. Um, but before that, I guess I want to know, what do you think of me? Like, just by looking at me. Do you think I've come from, like, money? Do you think, like, I'm broke? Do you think, you know, um, just what do you think? Because I can tell you right now that only some of you are going to get it right. And that's fine, and that's fine. I mean, that's I guess the nature of the beast. People judge people and misjudge people all the time. And I am probably a prime example of that. It is taking everything I have to talk about this right now to people that I don't even know, and I probably will never know. But my goal is to help someone, anyone, who might just need someone to listen to, someone to talk to. I wouldn't mind being that person, because I didn't have that. I had people, but people that actually understood what I was going through, and not like in a group, because sometimes when you're in a group of people and face to face, it's hard to talk about stuff. It's hard to open up. Not talk to a therapist who went to school to learn about this stuff. And don't get me wrong, I mean, it's good to have someone to talk to, and I'm not saying that, don't go see a therapist for whatever reason, because it could help you in the end. But to actually talk to someone that has been through it and can relate to it, even if you're not going through it, if you have someone you love that might be going through it and you don't know what to do, you want to help them, but you're just not sure how to, or, you don't really know what to do. I mean, it's hard to talk about, it's hard to confront, And I guess you guys are now wondering, like, what the heck is she talking about? I am talking about drug use. I mean, just by looking at me, do you think that I would have used drugs? And I say used because I have been going on 6 years clean. It's very hard to talk about. It was hard to go through it. I guess I'm making this, I don't know. I don't see enough being done to help people that are using drugs. But a little bit. All right. So back to what I was saying. Sorry, I seen someone I knew. But yeah, I 6 years clean. Now I start using drugs when I was about 15 years old. Skipping school, going out drinking, doing coke, ecstasy. Those were really the main things. Smoking weed, drinking, and I didn't realize then that it did form into a habit because I kept doing that until I turned 19 and I got pregnant with my daughter. And then all that stopped. I stopped smoking cigarettes. I stopped doing everything. After I had her, I got with her father. One thing led to another. Not really gonna say how, but we were both doing pills, oxys. Didn't realize what I was doing to my body with those pills. So I just, I had really bad back pain after having her, and I was already doing drugs. I mean, whatever. And one thing led to another, and before you knew it, I couldn't even get out of bed without a pill to help me. Then they made it so you couldn't break the pills down. So then I went to another pill, which were called Opanas, which was like a morphine and opiate mix. So that was really, really toxic. Did that for years. Then they did the same thing with those pills. So eventually it led to me doing heroin. Tried sniffing it because I, didn't want to do it the other way, but it wasn't doing anything. I was still sick. So I decided, I went to phlebotomy, so I'm like, okay, well, let's try it. I know, I guess how to inject myself. And that led to years of being on heroin, stripping to make money to support my habit. Until one day not even one day, a few times, I should say, I overdosed. while no one was around. God got me up. I didn't want to live my life like that anymore. And it was hard because, I had my daughter, and everyone's like, you got to think of your daughter, you got to think of your daughter. I had to think of myself first. Because if I was thinking about her and the drugs, I would have stopped a long time ago. I love my daughter. I love my kids. But it wasn't enough to force me or help me stop, I should say. I still got high because that need was there, that overwhelming feeling of I don't want to be sick. I can't deal with it. It's the worst thing. I've never even been really sick, like flu sick, the way that I was on heroin, opiates, whatever. So, yeah, I mean, it was hard. And no amount of, I've been to rehab, I've been to detox, I've talked to therapists, I've talked to counselors, and, it's, you still keep certain things away from people because my way is like, I don't want you guys taking my daughter for the way I'm thinking. I would never do anything to hurt her or put her in danger, now. And I only say it like that because I didn't realize that me getting high was putting her in danger. Just by nodding out, by not fully being there mentally for her. And that is the hardest thing to accept, that I've done damage to her mentally. She was young. She was very young, so she doesn't remember. By the time she was 6, 7 years old, I was in the program and I was clean. And I guess most people wouldn't call it clean because I'm on methadone. There are some doctors or some people, I guess, that say, yeah, you're not really clean. But I consider myself clean. Why? Because I'm not out in the streets. I can hold a job. I can function. I can be a normal freaking person. I'm not sick. Granted, when I detox off of it, and I'm gonna show that. I'm going to showcase all of this because I want people to understand that, it is possible to live a normal life, even if you're on methadone. And you don't have to have that be your crutch for the rest of your life. I know 2 people in my life that got clean on it. And like on the methadone. They were on there for a few years, detoxed off of it, and were good. So it's possible, I just haven't got to that point because I kept getting pregnant. the first time The first year I was on methadone, I got pregnant. It was 2000. Well, I got on methadone in 2014. Got pregnant. Had my daughter 2015. Then, after her, I got pregnant again. Had my other daughter 2016. About 2 years, I was detoxing a little bit. Got pregnant again. Had my fourth daughter in 2018. My son 2019, and my other son 2020. Just September. So if I can, stop getting pregnant, I'll be able to get off of it. I mean, but they're the best thing that has ever happened to me in years. And yeah, they frustrate me. They're kids, but I wouldn't want it any other way. I feel like God gave me them so I didn't go back, so I didn't mess up again. And I figure if I get on the methadone, get my mind right, get the people out of my life that were toxic, that I could focus on myself. And even if I was sick on the methadone, I didn't have any resources, I didn't have anyone, clouding my mind, nothing like that. That detoxing off of it would be easy, and my mind is clear, so I'm not scared to detox off of it. And they take you down slowly, as slow as you can take it, as slow as you can handle it. Don't be dumb and say, oh yeah, I want to go from 100 milligrams to 50 in a day. No, take it slow. You got there because I got there because of an over the time drug addiction. It took me years to get to that point, so you can't say that, oh, a month of methadone is going to help me. No. Be realistic about it. And if you don't want to get on methadone, that's fine. There's other ways to do it. There's other ways that people have done it, and they have been clean for, 10 plus years. But if you can't find a reason to do it, then, and if you're not gonna be the reason that you want to get clean, you need to find a reason. I believe that everyone deserves a second chance, especially at life. And again, this is not just for people that are going through it, that have a drug addiction, okay? This is for, let's say, that mother that has a teenage daughter or son that's going through it, and they don't know how to approach them. They don't know what to do. They don't, this is for anyone that is affected by it. Not just opiates, not just heroin. Anything. Hell, there are people that are addicted to caffeine. There are people that are addicted to other things. An addiction is an addiction. And I'm not licensed. I didn't go to school for this. Again, this is straight from the heart. Straight from a chapter of my life that I'm still going through. So it's been about 20 minutes. I don't want to, take over too much of your time. There will be more videos to come. So please check it out. If this is something that you can relate to, great. If you want, of course, they say subscribe. But leave a comment. It doesn't have to be, it can be anonymous, it doesn't have to be too much. I will respond. We can talk about it all day. Because sometimes that's what you might need, just someone to talk to. Someone who can relate. And I don't feel that people are, I don't want to say bold enough to talk about this, because there are people out there that, that do. But it's hard. I was thinking about making these videos for, I want to say, about 2 years before I actually tried to start. Why? Because I was afraid of what people were going to think, say, how I was going to sound, look on camera. Stupid, superficial things. But I don't care. I just want to help someone, even if it's one frigging person. That'd be enough. Because that one person will help another person. So on and so forth. That whole cliche thing. But it's true. So think about it. Let me know in the comment section what you think of the video, me, the situation. Let's talk about it. Thanks for listening.